Hello everybody, welcome to another YouTube video. I am Robelle Autonomy and welcome to another reaction style video. I wanted to talk about Wuthering Waves again. Apparently my reaction to the Jib marketing was timed incredibly poorly because as soon as I uploaded that and turned off my computer and turned off everything and turned off all my stuff, then that's when KUROGAMES decides, hey, we're gonna post the element and the weapon of the characters, and they're gonna post all the crazy stuff, and then they will go and upload the gameplay. Alright, and this isn't leaks, this is official gameplay. And we're watching it on YouTube. I think the official one's on Twitter. We're watching it on YouTube. This is a re-upload. We're watching it on YouTube because I can go over it frame by frame, because I do want to go over the animations very, very closely, because Wuthering Waves is kind of well known for how good the character animations are. And honestly, it is a joy seeing their animations. They do so good. Lots of very, very well directed scenes. And honestly, seeing how they take these characters and put them in this open world environment where you can view them at any angle, having your animations look good from any angle, it's very, very impressive. So we'll be taking a look at that, but first let's go over this art right over here that shows the character and their element. Let's hop right into it. And over here we have Augusta, and as you can see, she is electric Broadblade. I mean, Broadblade, I think everybody saw that coming. Alright, she's literally holding a gigantic sword. But this sword looks so cool. It looks like it's straight from Elden Ring. And so it's like if you look closely, right, it's a broadsword made of a bunch of other swords. Like, it has knives on the side here. They're all stemming from the core, which is like, it's so cool. Now, I do wonder how she's going to look like when she doesn't have her signature weapon. Or maybe this is just the weapon she has and that's like the signature, she doesn't actually like hold it in game, who knows. But electric Broadblade, I mean, we literally have the gameplay, so we'll look at that in 5 seconds, which is why I'm gonna give my thoughts on it now, so we can see if I'm right. But obviously, Augusta looks like a main DPS. Like, there's no way she's a sub DPS. There's no way she's a support. It's literally, you look at her, alright, the aura, the giant sword, the way she carries herself, and then even in the game, they are hyping her up as a character that is undefeated in the Gladiator arena. She is the F4, the one that rose to the top and is now running the show. Alright, obviously, she's gonna be on field as a main DPS. So unless they like make her like a support somehow, who like commands her fellow teammates to do more damage. That would be a pretty cool take, but I kinda want her to be a main DPS, I'll be honest. Like, just look at that big sword. You want to be hitting people with the big sword. Alright, now let's take a look at Iuno over here. And we're looking at Iuno, and obviously, very pretty character. Honestly, very scantily clad. Alright, honestly, it's very hard not to comment on her beauty when we look at this character. She has the looks. Alright, if you ever think like very pretty anime girl, Iuno just fits that bill perfectly. Like, oh my goodness. And then like, again, twin tails are a classic when it comes to anime. Like anime, like tsundere, like the main anime girls, they always have twin tails if you think about it, right? Like Hatsune Miku. Alright, look at Fate, right? Who's the main girl? You want to say it's Saber, but actually it's Rin, right? Actually, only in Unlimited Blade works, but like, you know what I mean? There's an aura to characters with twin tails, and it kinda just has this impact, and it's kinda crazy how it is with how they're doing it in Wuthering Waves. You see, she doesn't have regular twin tails, they loop. Actually, it's not even a loop. It's like, it's a long strand and then there's a short strand. Anyway, so as we can see here, gauntlets. I don't see gauntlets anywhere unless the rings around her wrists are like the gauntlet. The quote-unquote gauntlet. And arrow, which honestly, I would have never guessed arrow. I thought she was Glacio, I'll be honest. Like, there is no way that this person would be like anything other than Glacio, but no, I'm wrong. She's Arrow. And honestly, that does have me very, very curious as to how they're gonna handle that, because we just got a ton of Arrow characters back to back. We got Arrow Rover, we got Chacona, and we got Cardafia. So seeing another Arrow character, I can't imagine she contributes to the... Like, there's no way this is another Arrow Erosion character. Right? That's literally... There's no way, right? So, obviously, she's... Well, I mean, Cardafia was the signature, like, the main DPS for Arrow, so... She can't be a main DPS either. So if I had to guess, she's probably a universal support or a sub DPS. A sub DPS that does not do Arrow Erosion. So either sub DPS or support. I feel like that makes a lot of sense for me. They wouldn't make her a main DPS, would they? But I mean, like, she's also holding this giant whatever this is. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I think this was in the drip marketing animation for just a brief moment. And so, I remember, I think I called it like... Actually, I don't even remember. It's only been a day, but... Flippin', it's so much has happened between then and now, so... Let's take a look at the official gameplay now. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go over this. Augusta is first, it looks like. Now, there is a bit of compression here and there. It's Twitter video. Not much we can do about it. Oh, it's Twitter video re-uploaded to YouTube. So we got double layers of compression. But if you look, I can go over it frame by frame on YouTube. And that is better for me. So we'll be watching it here. Already, her headpiece is glowing. This puts together the entire character. Like, this carries everything in her outfit. Her outfit is pretty plain. But I think that's very fitting for a gladiator. Alright, and not super duper flashy, all about just combat, all about being commanding and, you know, showing that power. He's not gonna have all these crazy accessories. I'm a big fan of the shoulder cape. But the shoulder cape on Lupo went crazy, it goes crazy on Augusta. Also, we're already just hopping right into it. Alright, lots of basic swings. Alright, go back. That is crazy. Hang on. Alright, so... Oh my goodness. Okay, so... Alright, so she stands on it like a surfboard. Wraps her leg around the handle. Spins it with her thighs. Into a big slam. Hops off onto it. Uses her momentum from hopping off to do another slam. There's a lot of forward momentum in her attacks, by the way. And if there's one thing I know about these games, alright, when we have this kind of mouse-controlled third-person combat, when you move forward, when you attack, it tends to feel better. Because when you knock enemies back, you don't have to close the gap anymore. Alright, characters that, like, knock enemies back, but they don't move forward, and they don't feel that good to play, so... I can already tell Augusta is gonna feel pretty good to play. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know, I was saying that she was probably Electro and that her... It would be cool if she moved fast with the big sword. And she's moving fast with the big sword. Oh my gosh. Wait, is there like a... There's a whole... I don't even know what's happening here. There's a whole other thing entering the arena. Alright. First things first. Oh my gosh, this is so sick. Alright, there's a lot to process here. Sorry, we're going over this slowly. Her moveset is jam-packed with moves. Alright, so slam into this. Okay, so you slam into the second slam, into a spin that pushes her forward and then back. Into a giant AoE. I double-clicked and it took us on a full screen. Into a giant AoE sword spin. Oh shoot, look at her sword! I said a while ago it was a big sword made of a billion other tiny swords. And she's shooting the other tiny swords out to create this AoE. And what's left is a long and slender blade. That's really cool. She hops into a griffin. Oh my goodness, the ghosting in this YouTube re-upload is horrendous. Not much we can do about that though. Wait, what? She powers up in the air? Also, I love full screen, like, VFX UI element. This goes crazy. He powers up into the griffin, shooting her up even higher to the sky for an even bigger slam? Okay. This character is insane animations with. And into the ult. Again, this headpiece, this head ornament, it slays so hard. It carries so hard. The whole character is held together by this headpiece. If you removed it, she would lose 80% of her aura. It is that good looking. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, okay, there it is. So she does it briefly, but now it's like an install. Oh, I want this character. This is so upsetting for me because I just used all my pulls on Frolova. I used all my pulls on Frolova after that story quest because it was so good. And to my detriment, I've actually made the biggest mistake ever. Flippin' Augusta was right around the corner. Alright, we got a whole Monster Hunter longsword. Is it Monster Hunter longsword gameplay? Yeah, it's Monster Hunter longsword gameplay if you have the full bar. Oh my gosh. Alright, who is controlling the camera? I can't see her movements! Alright, looks like it's just a bunch of quick slashes. They all look good, lots of very powerful poses. Alright, there's the install. Alright, let's look at the poses for each slash. But confident, standing straight up, one arm swing, a big slash in the background, very cool. Into another slash, very nice. Oh, ramping up another slash. I'm actually really surprised that they're actually having the follow through, or not the follow through, but like the build up towards the slash. Because for like quick movements like this, you could usually get away with just the final pose, and then the VFX of the slash actually tricks the mind into thinking that she did the whole animation, when really she's just standing there. Alright, so there's another slash. That one was almost a full swing. We can see that pretty clearly. Again, this is literally what I just said. They're doing it partially. Alright, there was no slash animation. She just immediately phased into the standing still pose where she aura farms. Look, like this. Boom, phases in. Now she's aura farming. And then the VFX, I mean, she's facing the wrong way so we can't see it, but the VFX of the slash are carrying, making it look like she did the full slash animation, but actually the character is just standing still. Brilliant work. Okay, so there's a couple of slash animations in there to help sell the illusion. I almost wished that it was just poses. Like they were that confident in like the power of her poses that the player would just accept that she's slashing even though she's barely moving. But it looks good. It looks really, really good. Also, okay, I know why the camera's pointing up. That sun's probably not there normally. There is no... When she ultimates, the sun probably installs into the sky, which is... That's insane. How does this work when you're in a cave or something? Does that show up still, or is it gone? She looks really good, by the way. There's a second ult! Oh my gosh! Alright, killer pose. This is like a classic hero pose. Which is why I respect it, because flippin', if everyone's doing it, then people are like, oh, I don't want to do it, because then I'm not gonna stick out. But they're just rocking it, and they're also still sticking out. Alright, so let's go really quick slashes into the ultimate again. I just want to see how this looks. Oh my goodness, that was like literally cinema. And I mean that like literally. It goes into widescreen. Like it went into cinema. Look, it literally, the ultimate was so epic, it went into widescreen. Also, this is brilliant, alright? So everything is behind the widescreen bars except for the electricity and her sword. Her sword actually goes above it to make it seem longer. It goes in front of it to make it seem longer. That looks sick. Now, one thing that's really important about Impact is the follow-through. And the follow-through is there. This is... Honestly, I'm gonna be... This looks better than Cardifia's ultimate, in my opinion. Or not Cardifia, Fleur-de-Lis's ultimate. Oh, the big super sword slash. Like, that sword slash is epic, and it has this crazy AoE, and the after, where it leaves the laser across the entire landscape. It's sick. But we're destroying the ground here. We're doing environmental damage here. And it follows all the way through. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Dang, she just gets swallowed up by the power. Oh my goodness. How'd they make that so seamless? Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's insane that they got that to work. Like, having the entire ground erupt into breaking into a million pieces is so anime. It's so the term that people like to use when anime gets like an increased budget, or not increased budget, but increased like fluidity and quality in motion, they call that sakuga, right? And typically during sakuga segments in gigantic fighting moments, alright, those are typically accentuated by lots of debris flying everywhere. And here we have said debris flying everywhere. They are absolutely cooking. I'm so impressed. Alright, I guess that's Augusta's gameplay. We don't really have to watch it all the way through. Alright, I already milked that enough thing. We're already at 15 minutes. Alright, my apologies, guys. Let's go over Iuno's real quick. Unless her animations are also crazy. How is she gauntlets? Is she... I said in my reaction to the drip marketing that I thought she was gonna have like a brawler fist style. I said that kinda as a joke. Alright, with like a brawler fist style, kind of like more Gianna from Magi. So now I'm curious how she actually fights if she's a gauntlets user. Alright, her model looks great. We've seen it in game already though, so we know she looks great. Her intro... Oh, it's a chakram. Well, I also said it was a chakram, so technically I was right. Oh, shoot! Alright, she's a dancer character. Oh my gosh, the elegance. Let's go over that again. She flipped upside down. Okay, so she uses it like a hula hoop. It's a giant chakram. That's crazy! Oh my goodness, the VFX work is also insane. Alright, so flipping... Oh, that's really cool. Alright, so she does like a backwards somersault. And this is really cool. You can only see it for a brief, like 2 frames, but you can see her leg here touches the ground. In this ghosted shot of her, alright, this is her after image. She touches the ground, she kicks off into the teleporter. Boom! Into the VFX impact. Boom! That's so good. It slingshots her back. Oh, this is so good. Like, okay, Augusta's had power. But, oh my goodness, the fluidity and the grace that is Iuno's moveset looks so good. And the impact, she splits into 2. Her after image goes on the other side, and she stays on one side. Oh, that's so good. And it creates a crescent. This is so good. Oh my goodness, you know what? Okay, Augusta's, I can see people saying Augusta's looks like really good. They're gonna be big fans of it for like the aura and the fighting, like, aggression of it. But high key, Iuno's, just from this little tidbit here, there is so much more thought put into it. Energy kicks it up and it creates a crescent on the way up. Oh my gosh, whoever animated this, whoever did the VFX work, it's multiple people of course, right? They are going crazy. They went insane. Alright, so kicks it up, it crescents into the air, jumps up, grabs it with her leg. Alright, axe kicks it down. Oh my gosh, the choreography, it's so good. Into a slam, alright. What the heck just happened? She dived into the ground? And now we're in the ocean? What is happening? Alright, Lara, watch this. Oh my god, she's in the air. That transition is crazy. Oh my gosh. I gotta see that again. How do you even come up with this? Oh my goodness, the cooking. Wait, it transformed. Wait, it transformed. It's a bow now? It's a giant bow now. Oh my goodness, this is some god-tiered animation. Oh my gosh, dude, this is crazy! Alright, also I gotta mention, every single pose is like an extreme dancer pose. It's so good. Like, she's literally floating 90% of the time, and it's like 10 out of 10. Alright, I gotta process this. This is like next level. Alright, so she operates the bow with her feet because she's standing on it. And it floats in the air. Alright, this is gonna be... We gotta go over this frame by frame. Alright. Yeah, so she pulls it back with one leg, and then she uses the other leg to extend because it's a gigantic... Like, you can't do this with your arms. Your arms aren't long enough. You need the length of your legs. Alright, what in the world? She like launches it and the bow like recoils all the way over here. Alright, let's go over that frame by frame. So, alright. Release of the projectile. And the bow slides over in a crescent motion. These animators are just built different. How well thought out is this character? Alright, into a sweeping crescent. Alright, and like keep in mind when you animate attacks, alright, there are primarily, and there is like exceptions, right? But primarily when it comes to movement, there are two ways to animate attacks. There are sweeping motions, which is what we're doing. We're really leaning into those. Very curvy attacks, alright? And then there are jagged, sharp attacks, right? Where it's like straight, it's hitting corners and turning rapidly. Right, those are the two impactful ways to animate attacks. And all of Iuno's stuff, all of it is curves. It's all curves, it's all fluid, it's all moving in the most beautiful way possible. Oh my gosh, even the way she arcs her back when she's like spinning in the air, it's a crescent, guys. It's like non-stop crescents. They put it in every single bit of our moveset. Like, look, watch this, alright? He's gonna shoot the bow. He's arching her back because she's pulling with her arms and extending with her leg. No, it's not really a bowstring, but it's imitating a bowstring. She's pulling something back so that it can shoot forward. Alright, leg in the air. Boom, crescent motion. Back arched. In like a very non-sus manner. And then now that bow is vertical. Into another shot. Oh my gosh, this character is amazing. And the bow teleports beneath her because, again, these weapons can fade in and out of existence depending on the user. That's really cool. Oh my gosh, I've been glazing her the entire time and I didn't even see the ult. I didn't even see the ult. Oh my gosh, alright. We already went over this. Alright, Zenless Zone Zero has the foot ultimate animation, and then now, I guess, Wuthering... The feet people are eating. Good for you guys. Alright, the flippin'... I'm cool, I guess. I'm not really in the feet, okay? But at the same time... Actually, no, I'll be honest, I was pretty put off by... Like, feet are gross, guys. They touch the floor and everyone forgets to wash their feet. But you know what? Whatever, to each their own. I don't mind looking at it in these anime characters because they're anime characters. They're not yucky. Usually, probably. Alright, so she summons a tiny moon and then kicks it up. Let's watch this all the way through, actually. Let's watch the ultimate all the way through before I break it down. Alright, crushes it. And then, okay, so it's just a very epic camera angle of what she was doing right before that. Okay. It's a regular attack with very epic camera and cinema. Let's go over this real quick. Let's not go over the foot part too closely, but maybe there's a secret here. Alright, so where does she summon the moon from? Oh, never mind. It just came out of nowhere. He kicks it up, grabs it, crushes it, it turns it into energy. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back real quick here. Aura. Holy aura. Alright, glowing eyes. She crushes the moon and everything goes dark except for her eyes. She crushes the moon, everything goes dark, and then the only things glowing are her wristband here, which I guess that's her quote-unquote gauntlet. That's probably, like, providing her the energy. Like, the projectiles are probably spawning from the gauntlets into a full leg extend. So yes, you can see how she operates the bow. We can have... Alright, the VFX cover everything. Yeah, so extends the bow with one leg and pulls back with the other one. You need that extra length to, I'm surprised... Okay, it was probably really hard to make that look cool. I'm surprised she's not like doing the splits to pull the bow string back even more. Or the theoretical bowstring, you can't see it, it's just energy. Okay, literally? Holy ghosting, like, literally, how is she not a Glacio character? How is she not a Glacio character? How is she not ice? Like, this has nothing to do with wind. There are shattered fragments everywhere. I think ice. Oh well, you know what? It's fine. Oh wait, there's the bowstrings. There's 3 of them. Oh my goodness. And she's checking herself out in the mirror. That's actually that's insane. That's actually insane. After the ultimate, she's so confident the enemy died that she's just admiring herself in the mirror. Yeah, I'm cooked, guys. Why did I pull for Lova? I actually just bricked my account. Anyway, I guess that's that. Alright, that is our wonderful Wuthering Waves reaction. Holy moly, 25 minutes. I apologize that it went for so long, but hey, I had to go over the animations. We had to break it down as carefully as possible because Wuthering Waves, they do an amazing job with animations. I gotta look over it, you know what I mean? We gotta appreciate every single frame, and yes, we did indeed do that. Anyway, alright. Hope you guys are excited for 2.6. I am. I can't pull the characters. Well, I'm gonna try, but I have no pulls left. I used them all. We're gonna see where it goes. I am leaning more towards Augusta because I need an electric DPS. And Iuno is Dauntlets and a Wind. And I already have the Premier Wind team. So we'll see. Luckily, they drip marketed Augusta first, which means Augusta is first half, so I'm gonna attempt for Augusta. We're gonna get her. Hopefully, please. KUROGAMES, I'm begging you. There's no way that we can go over this, and there's no way that I'm gonna survive this. There's no way I'm gonna get over this. There's no way I'm gonna get away with this either, because I've gotten every single banner character for like the past 5 patches. Off of like just getting the Lunite subscriptions. I feel like my luck has to run out eventually. But not yet. We're gonna get Augusta probably. And then after we'll see if we can get Iuno. Anyway, what do you guys think of the animations? They're insane in my eyes. This is their best animations yet, their best characters yet. In my opinion, at least. That's my... Maybe not best characters, best animations for their characters. I don't know if the characters are great or not yet, but the designs are great. What do you think? Let me know down below. Are you going to be pulling for any of these characters? Are there any particularities about their animations that you really, really like? Alright, any cool details that you would like to let me know down below. And if you enjoyed the reaction and breakdown, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more Wuthering Waves content along with looks at other gacha games in this space. Alright, and I'm talking breakdowns and stuff and sharing my opinions. I just like discussing this stuff. If you guys want to see content like that, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I release a video. And with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, and 10 waves are nice, so I will see you next time. Bye!